Hello, Aqua here again. Welcome back to Resident Rise 3. I'm going to carry on doing what I was doing at the end of last episode, just to start this episode. But I'm going to do a little bit of building later in this episode. I want to start off by saying I had that wrong still when I put it on the LAN. Thank you for the comment, let me know. You have to point it at the thing, makes sense, doesn't it? So the level emitter was set wrong. The level emitter I've changed to 2048, so it should be going off anytime soon, because I think we're about there. We are 1916, so we're about there, yeah. What I'm doing is I'm just setting up something similar on this one next to it here, and this is for the metallum. And what I've decided to do, I've decided to use lead, because I don't seem to be using much of my lead. And I'm going to actually see if I get enough lead from a meteor to actually make it lead positive. It possibly does. So, well, it might not though. We shall see. I can always go into copper as well. At the minute I'm not using much of either copper or lead, so that's all good. What I've got is, if you look in here, I've got 3,000 lead, and what I've done is I've just made 64 lead blocks just in case I do need some lead, so I don't use it all. I just made some into blocks, and then at least I've got some then if I need it. Now what I need also is a vial of metallum. Thank you very much. And oops, didn't want to do that. And cable, bit of cable. There we go, a little bit of cable there. So basically I'm doing exactly the same as what I did with that one. And what I'm going to do in here is say metallum, and we want to be, well, we'll go the same, 2048. Now the thing with lead is it has 6 metallum, 1 ordo and 1 tutamen each one, so it's all useful stuff, so I don't mind using it. It's all good stuff. There we go. And 2048. I need a redstone card in that, don't I? So maybe I've got more than 2048. I don't think I've got that much. Oh, I have, look. That's handy. Bonus, so it's not even actually going to do anything at the minute. Okay, I need a redstone card, which I have not got, or I've got the pattern for. I'll quickly knock one of them together. Oops. Stick that in there, and then that's all good. And what I want to do is I want to put a lead ingot in there, don't I, in the filter. So I'm going to sleep in just a second, because we have it so you can sleep through blood moons, because they are just a little bit too irritating for recording, because you can't see shit. And so nothing. What? Active remote signal. Yeah. Active remote signal. Yep. Yeah. Okay. And don't need a crafting card in this one. Don't need any kind of speed upgrades. So that should all be good. And what little bit is sent in there. Shouldn't send any more unless we drop below that 2048, which won't mean until I do the next meteor. Right, let me quickly sleep, because the light is dimming quickly in here, and I'll show you what I've done in the other room. So rather than spend another episode doing the infernal furnace thing, I decided to chuck it together off camera. So I'm going to go in there and I'll talk you through what I've done rather than build it. You can go in there, so can you, and everything else is groovy. Cool. I'm saying cool too much. I apologise. I noticed on my yesterday video I said it far too much. Get stuck in a word, it's quite easy. Get stuck saying the same word over and over again. Haha, I'm lucky infested zone. But I still haven't done this place out, it's disgraceful. So what I've done down here is I had a little play around. I did a couple of P2P tunnels, but then I changed it all again because of the way I had that set up. It made it just easier keeping it like this. So basically what I've got is I've got dense cable, so I'm bringing 32 channels out of there. You can see I'm not using them all. So 32 channels is easy enough for this room. Remember from last episode, this one is using up 8. So the 2 little storage bus ME interface things there, and the six providers, essentially providers. That's making 8 channels. And then what I've got on the sides here, well, first up what I've got is I've just got single lines running to the 4 essential providers on the advanced furnace. So that's using another 4 channels, so there's 12. And then on the sides here I've got another little sub-network using storage bus and ME interface. Now with these ones I've got nothing in there. Nothing in the storage bus and nothing in the ME interface, because it kind of breaks things putting stuff in there. I don't really understand it enough to know why, but what's working, it's working, so that's all good. Why it breaks stuff is because in the top of these you've got the export buses and they're set to the clusters. So I've got copper going to there, tin going to there, iron going to there, and then the other 3 going to there, which is lead, silver and gold. I ain't got any lead at the minute though, which is why there's no lead in there. So this one gets the majority of stuff because obviously I get more iron than anything else. And what I've done is, looks a little bit tidier with the vacuum hopper. I've got the vacuum hopper up there onto a fluid tank, then the fluid tank pushes into the ender tank. You can see the ender tank above it there if my camera's not too dark. So that catches the XP because everything apart from the iron puts out XP here, and it spams all over the place when if I don't collect it. So I have to have it collected. So there we go. So basically we've got 2 channels on each one, export bus, putting the clusters in, and then an import bus pulling the ingots and the nuggets out of the hungry chests. So there's 2 4 channels, and then if we come back down here, I can't find my bloody trapdoor. There's 4 channels, and then 1 2 3 4, and then 5. Is that only 5? It's like 6. God, that kills my eyes. 5 6 7 8. Oh yeah, it is only 5, yeah. But if I tried to do it both at once, that was it. If I tried to do it both at once, it was 10 channels, so I didn't have enough. So I had to split it into 2 separate ones. So I've got 1 on that side, and I've got 1 on that side. So I think that should be easy enough. Someone did ask me to do a video on P2P and subnetworks. I am learning, and I am not quite confident enough to do a video just yet, but give me a couple of days, and I'll put a video together on doing subnetworks and P2P. So just so you know, I will be doing one. I need to have a little mess around first myself, just so I understand the P2P part of it a little bit more, because I've had a play around with it this morning, and I actually did a video, but then realised I'd done a big part of it wrong. So I thought, I clearly don't know enough yet. Right, that's what I've done there. In here, I've been tempted to make a load of Ballads of the Alchemy, Blood Magic, but I'm in 2 minds whether or not to do it. I don't know whether to make just 1 and manually do it, or make like 9 and automate it all. Yeah, I don't know. And as you can see, I've changed my path here a little bit. So this is how I get into the place now. Just some stairs up here. I've not bothered putting a door on so people can see it. That looks weird. It's an elevator. It's black. I am going to put carpet down here, I think, because as you can see up here, I've got a carpet on the elevator and you can't see it. It still works, which is lovely. Don't really like these elevators. Nothing against them, but I like having to walk around the base. But my base has ended up, especially with the fact that I've got to be able to get down here. My base has ended up so that I actually need elevators. This, by the way, this never works, this side. Don't know why. Every time I reset it and I do it, it works, and then when I actually bring a meteor down and I press it, and this side don't work. That side works fine. I'm guessing it's maybe a range thing. It's meant to be 16 blocks, so it's right on the limit, I guess. Anyway. Meh. So what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go build a tower. Yeah, we'll do a bit of a buildy episode. I'm going to grab a load of edged stone bricks. There, and I'll have another 1,000 of them crafting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to head across to Saice's awesome Mage College build. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 beacon towers, and I've got an idea for them. Oh, this place is awesome. You need to watch Saice's videos to actually appreciate the scale of this thing. It's really awesome. And I don't know if he's shown the full witchery building yet, so I don't really want to spoil it on camera. But if you follow this path all the way around, thinking, if you think like the Mage College in Skyrim, there's the admin building that is made, and then behind me is the Mage College. But behind that, so I'm not going to look up there, behind that's down here, this is where I plan to build a dock, and Space let me give me permission to build a dock in there, this area, this cove. So I want a path coming down through this gap in the mountain here, down to a dock area, and I might have build another boat down here. But what I'm going to have is, on this little peninsula here, I'm going to have a mage tower with a beacon on the top, and the beacon I'm going to use a thermostatic charger from Automagi, because none of us are going to use a thermostatic harness, so I'll make one for just because it looks nice. To be honest though, an actual vanilla beacon with its light shining into the sky also looks a bit more impressive from a distance. And what I want to do is actually I'll head across to this side, so that's where the one beacon's going to be. You can see the top of Slice's build there. Yeah, that's where the one beacon's going to be, Mage Tower beacon thing. And then we're going to have another one across this side. So you've got a north one and a south one. So I'm going to come and chuck together the north one really quick. Let's do a bit of a speed build on a tower, and then I'm going to go and infuse the bits to make the actual thermostatic charger thing. I'm going to show you what that's about. So, right, what I'm going to do then, basically, I want to centre myself on here a bit. So, is that about the centre? About there? Yeah, that's about right on it. I'm going to go, so what do I want here? I want, right, 5, oops, 5's right, so then it's going to be 2 and 1 and 1 on the outside. So I should be able to put this together pretty quick. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a basic standard Mage's Tower design that, as you can tell by the speed I'm going here, I have done many times. That's the 2 yet. Oops. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, inverted weeks, 2, 1, 2, and 5. Cool, back to the start again. Excellent. So there's the base level. Now what I want to do first, I want to bring the base level down because I don't want it to be too deep. So now I need my builder's wand, and because Liara did the ritual for the pseudo division sigil, I have got a stable builder's wand, which is a super one, the creative one, which was the creative one, but you can now craft if you do the pseudo ritual, which is very awesome. So that means it does a lot more blocks at once. So I'm pretty much doing this full tower in one go almost. Right. Bang that down, and I'll do a little bit of tidying up on the bottom row once I'm done, like that block for example. I always find it best when you're doing stuff like this is to any block that you can see, like that. Oops. Look at that, there's the mucky cragstone, that Slice hid. Spent 3 days terraforming this biome. Right, I'd like to bring that block down so you can't see it, you know what I mean? It's like that one there is the same. In fact, that one there wants to be coming down there and there. I should actually be using my equal trade for this, shouldn't I? Yeah. Like that. You see what I mean? Like there. Normally there, but I kind of like that mossy bit, so I'll leave that mossy bit. And there. Yeah, I kind of like that stone as well. That just bit of cobble there adds a bit of character. So I'll quickly sleep. Find my sleeping bag. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up 4 levels. So I want each one to be 13 blocks high. So I'm going to start. I'm going to take this level as the start. It's pretty even most of the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And what I want to do is I want to get rid of this inside because I don't want to keep building that up. So Terra Shatter on. Let's get that back down to a level there, and is that going to break everything? I don't know. Let's turn that back off. Terra Shatter is very cool, but it's a little bit dangerous. It's quite easy to break a lot of stuff. Very good for taking big reactor turbines apart, if you've got one. Oh, there you go. Let's clear that middle bit out so I'd have to keep knocking bits down. So that was our 13 yet. What I should actually have done is taking these corner ones out because I actually need them. So I'm just using bricks, so I don't really need them. So anyway, that should be okay. Now what I want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 1. Five. Oops. And 1, 1, 1, and there we go, there's our next level, so 13 up again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I need to go make more bricks, right, so I need one more level on that. I'll meet you back here when I've got more bricks. Okay, then back with more bricks, and just before I went, I shaved out the inside of these. What I should have done was, when I'd done that bottom ring, I should have then took the corners out before I started builders winding up, because it makes the inside a little bit too claustrophobic. So I've took 2 lines out of there, you can see where the top ones are in, and I've taken a line out of there and out of there, so these a little bit wider down here, looks a little bit better. And what I'm going to do while I'm down here is I'm going to put the floor in. I brought some green wood planks with me for the floor. Nice light white wood. It's very nice. Now, just so you know, if Sykes doesn't like this at all, he's got my full permission to knock it all down. This is his build. I just said I'd help out on some bits, and because it's going to take months as it is, and I don't want to do anything that would impact the way he wants it to look, you know. So if next time you see this place, this is not here. It's because Sykes didn't like it, and yeah, he's got every right to destroy it. Now, I found that if I do a right click and there's holes underneath, it gets rid of it all. I've only brought a little bit of Dream with me, so I'm being real tight and just doing single clicking. I don't think I've got enough anyway, have I? Don't look like it, does it? All this cobble and crap can stay on the floor for now. And I've run out of that, so not quite enough. Anyway, never mind. I'll bring a bit more, and I'll bring some warded stones for the door. Right, so I just finished that last layer off, so that's 13 there. So what I'll do now then is come in again. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a 3 here rather than a 5, and then bring that across like that. So I'm going to go 5 across, then just bring the middle 3 up, not the full 5, and then 2 on the outsides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 in the middle, 2 on the outside, 2 on the outside, and then last one. There, and then oops, there, and now, so that's one, so I've got 13, well 12 floors up again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then we'll have one more floor. I just want to quickly check the scale. I don't want it to be overpowering yet. It's still nice and small compared to the mountain, so that's good. I want to do one more tier. So for that, we can go 3, 1, 1. So I'm taking the corner off there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. Oops. So many good builders tools around these days. Think about it, I've got Creative Flight, which really helps. I've got Builder's Wand, I've got Wand of Equal Trade. If I was really serious, I could have Remote Inventory, sending Player Interface, sending bricks to me and stuff to keep me stocked and getting rid of stuff, and like a null void, getting rid of stuff. There's loads of stuff in this pack that I've not touched. Loads of stuff in mods that I don't play often that I've seen other people use, and I think, yeah, as if I ain't using that. DevDulls, for example, and Void some things. I'm going to find it, am I? Is it Void Stone? You can set it to void certain things straight out your inventory using a drop filter. Here, there it is. Random things have some really cool stuff. Voiding drop filter, there we go, that thing. So basically you can make that thing really cheap, and you can set things in there that your character will automatically drop on the floor if you pick them up, like cobble for example, or this cragstone. And then if you combine it with the voidstone, which also is very simple, then instead of dropping it on the floor, it actually just voids it straight out your inventory for you. Very cool. I should have made one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Cool. So there's the basis of my Mage Arcane Beacon thing. So now what I've got to do is I'm going to go back to my base and start building the beacon section for this, the top part, which is from Automagy. So if we look in my Thermomicon, it's this thing here, Thermostatic Spire. And for that, I need to do Arcane Workbench. I need to make this thing, Pylon. I need to make 2 of them, in fact. That's pretty straightforward. And then I need to make 3 then, because I need 1 for there as well. I need to make a thermostatic controller and some other bits around a yellow crystalline brain. Now that's a little bit more in depth, and then that's how you build it. You have a chiseled quartz block at the bottom, 2 pylons and a controller in any order, with a thaumium block on the top, and that's your thermostatic pylon spire. And what it needs is an energized air node that it feeds off, and it has crackling lightning going around it. I was hoping the lightning effect to be a bit bigger, but it's quite tame. I was hoping it'd be a big lightning effect. It's a little bit tame, so I'm going to build it anyway, but I might move this and change it for a beacon if a beacon looks better. That's a nice little island there. Oh, king slime up there. Let's get someone a yellow heart. We've got a yellow heart for the it's a champion one as well. I've got yellow heart for somebody. Put that in the triple white in the chest. Cool. I shall see you back at my base when I've got a bit of arcane infusion done. Yeah, just throw a quick dirty sad tower on there, so it looks. Don't know if I like it. Maybe if I balance it up with a slightly taller one on that bit there, maybe. I don't know. I'll be doing a lot of tidying up with this after the episode. I just thought I'd do the majority of the grunt work now, you know. So what I'm going to do on the top here is I'm just going to, for now, until I decide exactly what I want to have up here, I'm going to just cover the top of this. I could have done it a bit quicker with the builder's one, but never mind. And what we want is what I don't want to do is I don't want to put the node in the wrong place. So what I want to do is I want to come up a little bit. Oops. Up there. Look at everything. Yeah, about there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little bit of a base. Now I'll probably change a lot of these bricks later on. I just want it kind of quick and dirty, you know. If I come out to a 5 base, is that 5 all the way around? These bricks confusing me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's centered, isn't it? Yeah. Is it? Man, these bricks are blowing my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So what I need up here is, now if Scythe does like this, it's going to be a waste of an aura node, but never mind. It's just a node. Plenty around. I managed to find, well, in fact, I had an air node marked on my map, so I went and grabbed it. 57. So I have to remember to go and pick up my transposer when I go back. Now what I'm actually going to do in a minute is I'm going to put the stabilizer on, and I'm going to put, I made a transducer as well. I went for the advanced stabilizer even though I didn't really need to. I'm not going to put the redstone signal on even though I brought a redstone block. I want to see what Scythe thinks of this before I actually commit to actually destroying that node, because if you put the stabilizer on, I'm pretty sure you can't take it back off. I've heard that you can, but I don't know if I believe people. So I'll use a transposer there, teleposer there for now. And what we do up here, we want our chisel quartz block. Now unfortunately my texture pack makes it look a little bit different, I think. So I made 2 of the controllers. I made enough for 2 pylons, one for the other tower if we do the same on the other tower. I didn't make 2 transducers, or what do you call it, so I made 2 of these. Inventory tweaks gets me every time. So basically what you've got is a multi-block structure here then. So you need to have an air node, an energized air node in range of it. So that would work fine if I put a redstone signal on, of course. You have the chisel quartz block at the bottom, and then you need these 3 blocks, and these can be in any order. You've got the 2 pylons, and you've got the controller, which is the bit that you do in the infuser, which is like the advanced pylon. You can see that's got slots for Essentia tubes. Now, to do this properly, you, as well as needing the air, energized air, you also need to feed this potentia. So you need to feed this potentia via tubes, which is what that's for. That's for fastening Essentia tubes too. So you need some kind of potentia source, charcoal for example, feeding it potentia, and that is what would actually charge up your thermostatic harness, you know, the Thermocraft jetpack. So that's what this is for. This is for charging the thermostatic harness remotely. I believe the stronger the node there, the more range it has. You can also give it Volatus, the feather one, which increases the speed of regen of your thermostatic harness as well, which is also quite useful. And I think there's one thing else you could give it. I'll have to look in the book. Let's have a look. So I've got enough. Yeah, 50 is the highest, so my one's good enough. The potentia, there you go. Powered by air V from a relay. Powered by air V from relay. Yeah, use Essentia tubes to connect the controller to the potentia source. So you have to use tubes for the controller, but you can use an energized V. So you actually need the relay. This is I did this in my test world. This works alright. The covered area can be increased by feeding the controller a steady supply of air Essentia. So that's via pipe as well, by the sound of it. Spray can cover a wide area. It looks like you can supply of air Essentia. Would that be liquid? I don't know. And then there you go. The speed which potentially can be distributed to the harness can be increased by piping in Volatus. So it doesn't say piping in air Essentia there, does it? So I mean, I don't know. Both are amplified through the placement of additional pylon blocks in the structure. No benefit is gained after the structure of 6 pylon. Okay, so I could add more pylons here, which is pretty cool. So I've just made 2. I could have another 4. And we'll go like this now then. So I've chiseled quartz, then 3 thaumium block on the top. Give it a whack with a wand. Controller, a whack with a wand. There we go. And there we are. That's now a thermostatic spire. Cool. So if I was wearing a thermostatic harness, and of course if I'd energize that bad boy, then screw it, I'm going to energize it, because what's the worst that could happen? If we knock it down, then just an air node gone in it, which is not really. Let me tell you what, I'll chisel that so it looks a little bit nicer. I'll go with that one. That one. Oh, bang that on the net. Bam. That's going to power that up, and that's going to energize that. And she'll be back in just a second when that's energized, because that normally takes about 30 seconds. And I'll show you the little lightning effect while it's nice and dark. And there we go, one energized node. You can see there's little sparks of AV heading up there. There's little lightning sparks. Now I was hoping the lightning sparks would be all big and crackly all over, like blood magic ones. But it's still pretty cool. It's just I don't think you're going to see very much of it from a distance. And my FPS is having one of its usual little drops. There we go. We've got a little arcane beacon, if you will. And mainly I just wanted to do this just to show you the thermostatic spire. If you are a person who likes to use the thermostatic harness, no, you don't have to keep having to recharge it, because I've used that thing before, and if you remember, I think it was the previous season Utopia, I had one and I created a little auto recharge thing, because changing the potential jar gets really tedious really quick with it. Yeah, nice. Unfortunately, for the thermostatic harness, the angel wings are just really overpowered, aren't they? Well, there we go. What do you reckon? Quite nice, isn't it? So what I'm going to do between episodes is, first of all, I'm going to wait for Seiss to have a look at this, see if he approves, because there's no point in me carrying on if that's not what he wanted there. And if he does, I'm going to do a bit of tidying work, and then I shall make that look pretty, give it a little bit of roof there, possibly another tower there, another side tower, and build up the top a little bit so it's a bit of a arcane looking platform, and then I'll copy it across the other side. So there we go, arcane beacon on the north of the Mage College. Cheers, bye.